Welcome back to How to Be a Better DM, the official podcast of Monsters.rent. I'm Justin Lewis.
And I'm Tanner Wayland.
And we are here to help you tell better stories for yourself and your players as you dungeon master sessions of D&D, Dungeons & Dragons. We'd like to give you some quick announcements. We actually have one before the show, and then after the show, if you want to stick around, we have some more announcements then as well. But first, let's talk about this. Tired of being alone? Are you tired of not having any of your players understand you? Are you tired of never truly belonging? Well, you're in luck. All you need to do is join the Guild. The Guild is a unique and exclusive experience that is only open to Dungeon Masters. It is a full community focused on helping ease your DMing burdens. Want to meet other DMs? Join the Guild. Want to discuss your homebrew ideas with people who would appreciate it instead of just telling your cat? Join the Guild. Want to find a place where all your wildest dreams will come true? Join the Guild. Go to monsters.rent/guild and sign up today for free. Wait, that can't be right. Chuck, can you check this again? Is this supposed to be... What? Oh, they're serious? It's free? Oh, okay. All right. Yes, go to monsters.rent/guild and sign up today for free, even though they are crazy for giving this away for free. Common side effects may include burping, sneezing, laughing, breathing, hearing, listening, tasting, farting, critting, sarcasm, and in extreme cases, explosive diarrhea. Awesome. With that out of the way, we can get into today's show. You finish pouring the elf's blood in a circle in the prescribed way. Hey, Bolgir. Are you sure we're supposed to be doing it this way? Doesn't this seem somewhat hellish to you? Your dwarven wizard pauses and looks at you and says, Well, honestly, yes, but this is just what that cooky wizard said. Kamere, he said that this is what we were supposed to do when we were in that council meeting. You know, it's even here on this shopping list he gave us. You smile. The parchment did indeed look like a shopping list. Bolgir steps to the center of the bloody circle and looks toward the arch of uncut stones. He mutters a few words and smacks his hands together. The space under the arch splits as if reality itself were torn. The rift widens, and soon you see a large figure step through. They had dark blood-red garb trimmed with stark white fur, and you hear a tremendous laugh, deep and imposing. You feel a gravity that accompanies those of great power. It's then that you notice the scenery right behind the figure through the rift. You expected to see the bright colors of the Feywilds. Instead, you see the dark hues of Shadowfell. You then notice the figure's eyes glowing blood red. Bolgir, I think we've made a mistake. Instantly, you are blasted with a wave of power as the red-clad figure blasts you and your companions and then bounds off toward the village. You and your companions raise yourselves unsteadily to your feet. What would you like to do now? Welcome back to the 24th episode of How to Be a Better DM. I'm your host, Justin Lewis, and I'm here to help you craft better stories for yourself and your friends as you DM a session of D&D 5e. First of all, Merry Christmas! I sincerely hope that this holiday season sees you surrounded by loved ones and filled with joy, because there's nothing more important than being with those you care about. Second, I'd like to invite you to sign up for a monthly newsletter I'm going to be publishing starting in January. This newsletter will include updates from the H2BBDM team, as well as bonus content, behind-the-scenes looks, and access to homebrew content created by me. A little teaser of what you might get this January is access to a new item I created called the Gym Bag. If you want to know what that does, sign up for the newsletter. Here's the link in the show notes, as well as if you go to the podcast listener page, scroll to the bottom, you can sign up there. Thirdly, would you like to join a session of D&D with me? I will be your DM for a one-shot online. I'm looking for 5 people to sign up for a fun one-shot on a first-come, first-serve basis. How do you sign up, do you ask? Well, sign up for the newsletter that I just mentioned, and then in January, I'll send out over email the link for the one-shot, and you'll get to sign it up, and it'll come right to your inbox. Again, it's first come, first serve, and I'll tell you right now, I got a few interested people already, so be quick or you'll lose your chance. Now, in honor of this festive season, here are 2 Christmas-themed one-shots or side quest ideas for you to celebrate this season. Now, I celebrate Christmas, so these are Christmas-themed. If you celebrate something else, I would encourage you to come up with your own one-shots around that specific holiday, and I'd love to hear them. So go ahead and send them to me at Geronimo Levis on Instagram, and I'll be happy to share it out with the world and tell people about the great work that you've done. But again, I celebrate Christmas because I am Christian, so this is what I have created. Number 1, the search for the prophesied child. This one-shot starts with your adventurers arriving in a foreign port after having been charged by a benevolent mage king to find and bring special gifts to a prophesied child of great power. The whole side quest will take place in a kingdom that is at war with the kingdom to which the benevolent mage king belongs. Therefore, he needs adventurers to go incognito to find the child. So your adventuring party will have to do this kind of on the down low. At this foreign port, along with any other tasks the adventurers want to handle, they must first find a guide to take them through the desert to the region in which the child is prophesied to be born. I would give them a couple options, each with specific consequences. For example, one group might find a desert guide named Yosran, who is a large dragonborn, but he's also secretly a spy for the malevolent kingdom. And if he finds out the group's true intention, he will rat them out. If the group travels with him as well, there's a large chance that they will be stopped by enemy legionnaires, searched, and probably turned into some sort of combat encounter, or not. Who knows? The next challenge is for the group to actually travel through the desert. This will encompass survival checks, random encounters if you want, or even having them go search for a specific item that they need to take to the child. One thought I had was a stone of protection against scrying, or things like that. Finally, the group will find the child, and in a true Christmas Three Kings vibe, will present the gifts to the child and their parents. The last challenge after that will be to help the child escape when it's found out that a large army of soldiers has been sent to kill the child. If it's a one-shot, it might be cool to have the heroes give their lives fighting the army, like 300 style, so the babe and its parents can escape. But I would also plan another method for escape, just in case your players may not like that option, because not everyone does. Having a diversion and a secret escape where the group only needs to contend with a handful of soldiers is also a great option as well. The end of the one-shot may feature either the group giving their lives valiantly so the child can escape, or the heroes returning to the Mage King, bringing the prophesied child and its parents, and the opening of a new era of peace, or something like that. Number 2, full of Christmas fear. This Christmas one-shot is all about spreading Christmas cheer until things go really, really wrong. The group will start out being summoned by the council of one of the big cities nearby. They appear in the council meeting, and the council makes the case that things have been very dreary lately. The council has decided that the city's spirit needs to be brightened. And to do this, the adventurers, they decided to hire the adventuring group to summon a great fey spirit of immense power to bring cheer and joy to the city. This fey spirit loves to bring gifts to children and just be jolly all around. A wizard will then get up and explain exactly how to summon the spirit. This wizard, and this is important, this wizard is incredibly old and often misremembers many things. You can make them very disheveled and have lots of papers and just kind of, nutty professor vibe. He eventually gives the group a list of things and says, this is what you need to do the summoning. And he also explains that the adventurers will probably travel to some specific place to perform the ritual, probably Christmas related, He then gives the group everything they need for the ritual except 2 items on the list. Each item can be harvested by enemies. So, for example, hag's hair from a hag, or ice giant's white hair, or something like that. Or, as you heard in the excerpt at the beginning, elf's blood. Even though that should have been elf's love, as you'll see. And obviously these become encounters, where you have your adventurers either barter, steal, or fight to get these items. The group then makes their way to the ritual location where they enact the ritual. A red rift opens up, letting in flurries of whimsical snow, and out steps a large red-clad individual who laughs in a deep laugh. The group thinks it's Santa Claus, that is until they peer past the individual into the realm behind him and see not the Feywild, but Shadowfell. The creature then sends a blast of power at the party and runs towards a nearby village. The group can re-examine the note they have and then realize that they misread some of the handwriting on it and put in, a wrong spell, I guess. And instead of summoning Santa Claus, they've summoned a Shadow Claus. This evil entity that is very similar to Santa Claus, but is evil. Now, they just have to find Shadow Claus and destroy him before he possesses the children of a neighboring village. Full of Christmas fear. So there you have it, 2 Christmas-themed one-shots or side quests, however you want to do it. I hope that these 2 one-shots or side quests have helped make your season more bright and lift your spirits. I want to say thank you so much for listening to the show and contributing, because every time you listen, you do contribute. You're helping this grow, and hopefully, I was thinking the other day, when we create stories, what if those stories actually do flower into existence in another universe, in a kind of a multiverse way? And every time we create stories, we are learning how to bend reality, I guess. And that was kind of a fanciful way. But honestly, I sincerely hope that these stories are not just entertaining you, but helping you live your life and be the best person you can be, because I think that's one of the most important reasons we do tell stories. So hopefully you guys have a very Merry Christmas, and I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for me. And don't forget, if you do want to play a one-shot with me, make sure you sign up for that newsletter and then use the link that's going to come out in January to sign up to play the one-shot with me. It'll be online, but I look forward to next week when I come back with another amazing episode. This week it's going to be about who should not play as a barbarian. But until then, my friends, adventurers, dungeon masters, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Thank you for listening to today's show. We really appreciate your support and your patronage. We have a few more announcements to go over. First,
did you ever fall in love with the library as a kid? It was a place where you could experience 1,000 stories without having to buy 1,000 books. That is what Monsters.rent can do for your D&D campaign. You can rent and swap out as many quality miniature monsters and creatures for your D&D party as you could ever want, without having to buy them. You can rescue villagers from a kobold camp, or lead your party through the fighting forest, or many more adventures. We're coming out with new bundles all the time. Just sign up for our subscription to get access to your own personal library of minis. Go to monsters.rent to find out more. That's the website. Monsters, with an S, .rent. Get your library pass to a world of minis today.
We also wanted to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Stardust and Dragons. I'm going to let one of the cast of Stardust and Dragons, Christian Hatcher, and his crew tell you a little bit more about it.
This August, a new adventure podcast is coming to a platform near you, filled with action.
You one of the 2 of them. We can't keep taking hits like that.
Drama.
Everything that she's been doing, everything she's going to do, finally sets in.
And Stardust.
Help! Help! Someone, please!
Find out more about this epic odyssey at stardustanddragons.com, where adventure awaits in the stars.
That's all the announcements we have today. Again, thank you so much for everything you do for us. You make this show possible. Like we said before, we'll be back next week with another great episode, and until then, let's go ahead and roll initiative.